currency. The idea of the common currency, which came in 1963, has really been overtaken by the digital payments age, that today you can think about the mobile money as a common currency if we make it interoperable. We don't need to have that common currency before we get the benefits of the common currency. Making mobile money interoperable allows our citizens across the continent to trade seamlessly. And so this is where I believe that as African countries, we need to focus to do so. One of the major problems of achieving a common currency, even if you look at it within the context of the West African Monetary Zone, was the difficulty of our respective countries to attain the macroeconomic convergence criteria. That was a major problem. If we are serious about it, we can work towards mobile money interoperability at the continental stage. And therefore, we should move away in this regard from the macroeconomic convergence criteria to digital payments convergence criteria. This is where the West African Monetary Zone, WAMI, and all of those institutions that we have set up should start thinking about. For me, these are not difficult, because what we can do domestically, we can do internationally. I think that we have the know-how, our fintechs are very sharp, and we can get this mobile money interoperability at the level of the continent done. But we should not wait for everybody to be ready before we proceed with mobile money interoperability at the continental level. That would be a mistake. It has to be done incrementally with the support of the central banks, and all the central banks should be members of PAPS so that the settlement process can be done.
With all the challenges that we have, we saw $836 billion worth of mobile money transactions in Africa, with all the problems that we have. Show me one platform on the continent that generated that amount of transaction. Okay? And it can only get better, because if you have more business, then there's more investment in the infrastructure. We spend apparently about $5 billion in transaction cost alone, because we go through dollar, we go through euro in order to trade among ourselves on the continent.
Yeah, to akase won so an ekopim e wo mrahye bidwafi eho na Speaker of Parliament Honorable Alban Kingsford Sumana Gbagben e de atodwa say ensema efa IGP leak tape report abe todwa abe pim e wo mrahye bidwafi no ensentro for ene mrahye bidwafo omonhwe no munja eho asemuka ode nhye emai esan say abra report ne ba ya omonka ho asem no bidwako ayete say omonkohwe no omonfo omon report mra no ochem say ntawantawa na aba Nti Oshe says that leak tape report habano and say Obia Eka ho asembie.
The invitation to ASP Jalil to appear as a witness, we call for a division. I have the verbatim report of the committee here, and the outcome was 3-2. 3-2. So what my colleague is saying, it's a complete misrepresentation. In moving the motion, I didn't say that, and he needs to withdraw and set the record straight. That there was a vote on what? There was a vote that cordially, the man who has gone to a lawyer's office and said, take me, that some people have been killed under the mango tree, and you blocked it on the so-called vote. So you invited us not to go and think any longer, but they use the fact that, somebody hasn't gotten an original vote. We are not going to think any longer. We are going to vote certain things out. What is the basis of a committee of Parliament saying, let's block the issue of extrajudicial killings under the mango tree?
It's very clear that the committee has not completed the job. And so I will direct that we suspend further consideration of this matter and will refer the matter to the committee, and I will call on the committee to meet me so that we can present a better report that will enable the House to take a decision. The counter accusations, allegations, and all those things has actually not created an atmosphere that the House could take a decision that will get the buy-in of the people represent. And so I direct that further deliberation of this matter be suspended, and the committee is called upon to go back to further consider this matter.
Afi 2024 BC in social no Yakopon ya adomu a adwada be na yema ene ye nananom ene yenuanom ebehyaase na pani okasa edema waek eye owura John Kapi ene sentrofo akasa na wakire se nkwada be ye mpimunum ahansia mpima hanum ahansia de okron ene ediokron num 569,095 ena betwere na de tie nie wo mu a ewo aban suku mu no yesi ye de curriculum fufuru bi aba ayatu ni din common call ena wo mbetwere na wo moye ankranko suku mu no mo wonde ene na curriculum dada no a ena wo mbetwere
last year July da etoso wotwe ekosi da etoso dunnum na exams no afi enkola I register a 569,095 and your bachelor exams no 2,123 examination centers. Now afi ye was supervisors 2,123, ye were assistant supervisors 1,889. Near war invigilators and so 19,973. Now BEC a year or more extra BC private no so year 1,366. Now a year yen my war and you know fi a was such a front planes and so afidano insio etoema a kwaya kohono emse na ka ntimi enkobium. Na ye the zip line drone no na e de question no come ma wo mo afin so ya yan hihye na be ya questions no be dru ho enkola o ma register e be aduanan enwotwe wo mo betumi achro nsohwe no senia ese na ye sika sem so aban ayadom wo mama yen 55.873 million yede ahye nsohwe na ase na yeguso yeye nhihye se na beya sika na aka no aban enso de be mayen na yetumi ede aye ye adwuma na ye pese ye bo obi akokose nsohwe na ye kyro no wo se awofo ehwe na wo mama no amfa mobile phone mo se ede kasa trofo se den ahoma trofo ampa ye mobia emfa mobile phone enko anase device biara obetumi edi communication biara wo se obi ahwe na omama amfa nko ho supervisors vigilators wo munyina exam officials nyina enise obia edi mobile phone echo examination hall
Wasabi si nsensem ya ena futu akọ amaye ma a omotro se omohwe na omunya se omokotra ombesua de na omatimi atro no ye no emom omokwa na omudi sika ahye answer leaflet de be mo omo no ebi krampo etro omawofo telephone number se invigilators ana se examiners na enhwe na omofro omawofo na omo ne omo kan se de be ya ombetimi aboa ama oma pass we na mpanyifo de atodwa se oyesa na ye chewa emra enu obedi
bibia de ehu ne se nansen kolan bebre ekotro nso na me no bi atro ewo ne examination script no se help me and I said boa me obi anu acho ne phone number say ya frɛ me and aso acho ne maame phone number say ya frɛ me maame sika bia opebia maame betua na wetumi enya grade me pɛ ebi nso a omo de sika ebi wa 50 Ghana obi wa 100 Ghana ebi kra edoso 100 Ghana na omo de share question answer booklet mo se na be ya omo be esre na examiners abo obo na ye se ka kire obi a se we efom yemra na nti obi a obeye se bia no emra ne be di pepepe se ne ese afen so answer booklet and answer question paper ye dia man kola no nyina no ene se obi a te ehun bibia ye ma booklet for 16 pages what the brain was all the 16 pages no brain question paper no say ye exam na ye white property ye wie the ultimate the call but ye wie dia still ye white property nti ene se obia ete anase oye hu basa bia afen so say ye chon so hwe no wie ye was say candidates will be the answer booklet ebema invigilator or demo ho say one for the mana from mra afen so woko bisa obi emwa obi a sebe oye teacher ojina ne baby obi enam school ni nchen no wako bisa ne se mpacho question say no mo dia brain na ehum ya den ye pamocho bebre eni se enkola no eyesa mo yesa mo efom emra ye pese ye da nkrofobia ase nkrofobia frefre aka kire yen ye nchehya ebinum ye se ne be ya ombe nioma ensem fata na se efom ye mra ye da omase na ye po bia cho se wo kan san nkrofo ye hu na se wo plan se wo koye basa bia na se wo ko bua nkola na mo master exams na emra ne obedi pepepe se so mu a afen so ya staff work staff and nkrofo efi Ghana Education Service NAT Ghana Police Service National Security National Intelligence Bureau and ya so young external monitors beko miamia bebre akɔhwɛ centers ese na beya nso hwɛ no beko so na obia ekonso no okura ID card say supervisors and assemblators who obi around na say ebia ne ya no emfata utumi bisa se me pa ochom pese me hwe wo ID card wo so omode ID card ne kire
ye kokhohoi o framantem na manfo hohoi ene ne potemu ne kasai omo kire se ekame se nkurunkuru ahodo e wo ho no kwan a yese ye no won de ye twa mo jakakra on kire se wo hwe kwantempon a ye friend Eastern Corridor na contractor wo so a wo ye adwuma de nanso kwan a efiri hohoi ekọ Central Kofi no jese ekonyo sachechide nante no mdwe no ho amonte ase nto mo bisa sanye bia adenti ana mai kwan no wo mutumi nya ne tentem amte wo msanfa mfiri ho ena msere pagifo so mutu wana manimu ya nyesa wo no enka ne ye.
We had a distress call yesterday dawn around 4:30 a.m. that there is an accident that involves a petrol tanker at Sanko, Otambu. And we quickly dispatched our men to the grounds. And upon reaching the grounds, we've realized that, yes, indeed, there is an accident involving a fuel tanker carrying about 54,000 liters of petrol. And the vehicle is lying at the driver's side with some damages on the driver's mate. He had a cut on his hand or the palm, and quickly he has been rushed to the hospital for treatment. And then we also quickly tried to use the foam concentrate to check the spillage. The fuel was gushing out profusely from the tanker, which we tried to check, and then also try to see what we can do about the situation. And according to the driver, he was coming from Accra and en route to Pasa, where he got here, and then he was dodging the potholes, and the steer got stuck, and he veered off the road, and then eventually.
Kwano sunye nti me dodge potholes
The Embejuan say, I trim Edia Ura Guatamu Macano Amuni. Until a threat before we draw hoy, so we free all crum, yet me do 4 hours. Ye young pea, ye bread, anytime be a spring book. We can I 2 times on Conway, sir. Yes, we are quanta, you can be a Bafagisa Conway. Until a srab or you know, I be my, and yes, I bread. Where lucky say, Obia near Uncle Buana said, Jebuaha, Uncle Cronin in our head.
The nature of our routes is contributing to all other things which are happening. I would therefore plead with the government to consider taking care of the rest of the road from Hohwe to Sandrokofi, which is about 6 kilometers. Construction was taking place and the contractor left site over a year and something now. So I'm pleading with government, the road minister, to turn his face to Oti region and take care of the road from Sandrokofi to Hohwe.
In Pennyfor, I share National Insurance Commission, so NFA Chartered Institute of Insurance Ghana at the share ama insurance practitioner. I say one a share nyoma fa insurance ho say omo hwe na omo moa na insurance juma di no omo betimi de periperi aye ama one a edi insurance ho juma no omo betimi anya gide wo omo ne nsem we nyina to dwa abra omo members no eye oha ene eduasa miensa omo ye amamre ene amane eje omo etum.
Today we were privileged to induct into the Chartered Insurance Institute of Ghana about 133 people made up of 19 fellows and other associates. It's exciting for us because we believe that the more people we churn out, the more we introduce the ethos of the insurance profession to the market. Everyone who goes through this induction process goes through a mandatory ethics training program, which means that you have to impact the professional standards of professionalism, integrity, and excellence in everything you do. We know that people complain about insurance and when there are claims, people don't pay and all that. But sometimes it's also because you are not buying your insurance from the right people. So whenever you are buying, just check whether the person selling to you belongs to the Chartered Insurance Institute or not. If they do, then you are guaranteed of higher levels of professionalism, professional standards and ethics. We also know that our market, or in Ghana in that matter, in fact globally, the world is facing a lot of economic challenges. Ghana is having its fair share. Normally when there are economic challenges, insurance companies face a lot of claims, some of which are likely to be fraudulent, others not. That doesn't mean that if you have a claim, a genuine claim, you shouldn't lodge it.
Over the years, I'm told they've done about 5 cohorts, averaged over 100 participants that are called year in, year out to be a fellow or to be an associate member. Industry seeks such collaboration with the insurance industry, such that when these personnel are out there seeking and pitching for jobs, we know they have the professional dexterity that assists them and gives them that knowledge, and to be very customer-centric and customer-focused, because every customer is unique. And as they seek to make business and create wealth for themselves and also protect our various investments and give us a number of assurance in terms of all our investment policy, it's good to know that they have such a thorough understanding and training that gives them the skills that they need to go out there to pitch. We have, in my discussion with them or in my paper, I didn't indicate to them how much they must be abreast with the events of the world today and the dynamics in the industry, and therefore they should be abreast with their studies and also be continuously reading and learning regarding the regulations and the laws surrounding the insurance industry. We believe it's the best thing to find, and I was excited to see the number of inductees that were coming out, and I'm told this happens year in, year out. We can only be grateful and pray that the industry and the economy in general will take shape and that therefore the industries and that of the insurance will have that symbiotic relationship. The agility on each side will give us the room to grow together.
Yabeda ne ho age aboafo nkrato e ba e Jacob na ne mpanifo betena se na eja ene enkomotwetwe no ehefa na mode befa
ye de befa ma pani abedi echi Dr. Baumia na wayi ni so me bebo ni chidon ye Dr. Matiusu Opoku Prempe na po ye bisa se Dr. Baumia de ono onam ne kwan enti ede na po ede ba beta na chi emwa be na ode ba sebe betumi aboa ma watumi anya domo mo hwehwe no mutumi break 18
ne de ene obi kra ka chem say breaking the 8 no omo pan komo sesa no no omo fa ba omo ade ne it is possible
anya juma na breaking the wa hwe
na ade juma we dey sama hold on the Jacob na ne mpanifo betina se komo twetwe ne ebe de pa intimation men komo bia e twa hu sima e ba ade komo twetwe ne beto amuso